This is Nick and his 1995 Toyota Hilux Surf. The Hilux Surf is basically a right-hand drive 4Runner, and this one has the 1KZ TE 3-liter turbodiesel engine.
Starts right up.
Starts right up.
Starts right up.
Fender flares, a fender mirror, stickers everywhere, so let's get right into it.
It is Santa, but it really looks like an elf dressed up as Santa,
doesn't it?
right?
Yeah.
Like, it was off camera when we talked about where you got this.
Yes.
You got this from Duncan.
Duncan Imports over in Tennessee is where I got it. He sells them as is. You know, he'll do an oil change, bleed the brakes, that's it. He doesn't change the brake lines, nothing. So when I got it, I was like, okay, I'm getting what I paid for. You know, I'm gonna do my pre-purchase inspection, expect the worst. You know, you're getting a good deal on it. So the exhaust was rotted out, front bushings on everything were done, my upper control arm, lower control arm, tie rod ends were donezo, and then the steering. That's where it gets intense, because your steering's totally reversed, you know? So I had to find idler arm and all this crap for it, and I did the work myself and ended up being great. Now I know a lot about the front end, so
that's awesome.
It's pretty cool.
You can't hear it enough times. Get a PPI. And then also you mentioned suspension components.
Yes.
Which when you're buying a car that's like 20 something years old, those are consumables.
Yeah, they are.
At some point.
Yeah, only 80,000 miles. Well, it sat for 25 years.
Yeah, bushings and stuff like that are, I mean, they're generally plastic.
Yes.
Like those things are going to degrade. And you did it yourself, which is awesome.
I did. Yep. I work up at our local ski resort as a cat mechanic. So I'm with
Purgatory.
Purgatory. Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm with the guys up at the shop, and they're big Toyota heads. And right when I started, they were stoked to get this in and help me work on it.
I bet.
And it's been a breeze. So
yeah,
they've got the tools. I've got the will. You know. So it's been great.
I thought this was interesting. We talked about it at the car show.
Yeah.
You mentioned.
I can't find the damn A anywhere.
Yeah, you meant because it's a small A.
It is, and if you look close, it has texture as well.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So you find an American one, no texture. You find a 93, the A is huge. It's like I'm on the hunt for the A. I am. So
that's a great segue because like into parts.
Yeah.
So what was that like for you with the suspension and steering?
So I went through my buddies over at CoreWorks for some advice on websites. They helped me find a few JDM sites, some guys operating in California over by one of the ports, as well as Virginia. There's another online retailer there.
Yeah.
I can't remember the names of the shops.
Top Rank, maybe?
Maybe Top Rank, yes.
Yeah,
you're not buying the Toyota parts. You're buying aftermarket, what a shop would have used in the 90s, you know. So I wish I could get original for it, but it's so expensive and so difficult to find original stuff. You'd have to almost have a buddy that lives in Japan going to the local shops, you know, those cool auto stores they have. But when I do find them, I buy multiple of them.
Yeah.
You have to. Yeah. You know, because you're waiting for shipping or it's coming from Europe, and you know, it can be a hassle.
Yeah.
First gen 4Runner came about because a guy had a dealership and was selling these and wanted to go camping, so he teamed up with Winnebago. It's a really cool story. So
that removable back top.
Exactly. Winnebago innovated that for Toyota.
While we're here too, this guy.
Kind of useless for me, but in Japan it's very useful because you know they're parking in tight spaces when they're parallel parking everywhere with the little K cars and stuff.
Right.
Something like this helps. For me, it helps me stay in between the lines, you know.
Okay, interesting.
So when you drive it, you'll see that yellow line actually appears here, and it is a little easier to just look down at that than coming over to your rear view mirror. And it's not really adjustable, really. So it's
especially not from inside.
No, exactly. I wanted to keep it as original as possible, but it be able to handle it out here versus what they were doing in Japan, right? Yeah. So a bigger tire. I might end up doing a lift. I don't know, but I love the way the car looks now.
So stock ride height, but with more sidewall, obviously. So you get a little.
Maybe an inch.
Yeah.
It just catches right here, just a little bit. So I don't know if I'll go for a 35 without a lift, and then you have to go ahead and start trimming, and I don't know if I want to do all that. I'd love someone else is going to do it. I think I want to keep mine pretty original. So
the Bronco has the same window. That's my point.
Yes.
And those are notorious for yours. Works.
Yeah, unbelievably too.
Like a sunroof on an old car is you just don't touch it. Like if it's up, you leave it up because once you put it down, it's never going back up.
Right.
Because this rear window rolls down, you still have a tailgate.
Yes.
It's cool.
Long wood in here, a bathtub, whatever the hell I want.
Yeah,
sure. It's pretty cool.
Okay, so the car is repainted.
Yes.
Right? You said red and silver.
Red and silver originally, top red, and then below your door sill, your protectors, it would be silver, and they'd have surf across it.
That is something I've heard about cars from Japan, is that if they get a rock chip, they're prone to repaint the car.
The whole thing, dude. And
so
sometimes
it's hard
they
to
do
get
roll-on paint.
It's hard to, oh yeah.
Yeah, which is...
So it can be hard to get super original stuff
Yes.
in terms of paint and bodywork
Yes.
from Japan, because they want it to be perfect.
I'm gonna put a piece of wood back here for when I go camping. Thinking a little piece of butcher block.
So in true Colorado fashion, we have a fly fishing sticker and a dispensary sticker.
Yeah, catnip. Yeah.
Shout out to catnip.
And a shooting target, you know, true Colorado.
Yeah. Like, how many miles was on it?
When I bought it, it had 65,000 miles.
65,000.
Which is unbelievable for a Toyota diesel.
Yeah, totally.
It's like barely worked, you know?
When you see Tacoma, it drives me nuts actually. People selling Toyota truck will put low miles on the Craigslist ad.
220.
220,
Yep.
exactly. It drives me crazy. So like 60, 65, when you do the math, especially per year,
Yep.
that's like
95 4Runner with 80,000 miles on it.
Oh, man.
Is more than I paid for this.
Yeah.
It is. And I don't mind saying I paid 12 grand for this after all the fees and everything. So
Yeah.
And then obviously I brought it to Georgia and paid a tax there. I think that was about 2 grand.
Yeah.
And then I have Geico insurance on it. That's simple.
Yeah.
It's pretty chill.
They're notorious, I guess, for a sagging rear suspension.
Yeah, I'm starting to have sag in mine a little bit.
Yeah, that's something you see a lot when you're looking for ads on them, is
if they're sitting back and
that stance, like that reverse stagger.
Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
like,
Carolina squat, they call that.
yeah. I think one of the things that makes this look so good is how short this distance.
Tiny.
This distance is so short.
Yeah,
and then so when you look at it, cars that are all tire just
Yes.
look great.
Yes.
Like F1 cars are actually the same.
Yes.
It's like you look at it and you're just like, bam, tire. Like
There it is.
Yeah.
Right.
And just like an F1 car with those huge slicks, you see the purpose of it immediately. It's just
Right.
like big knobbies.
Big
like, that's
knobbies,
what
I'm
it's-
gonna get
That's
over
what it's
crap,
about. You mentioned JDM gas cap.
Yeah, let's take a look at that.
You had to order a
I
gas.
had to order a gas cap because the one
Yeah.
I had was just, I could tell it was leaking, you know. It just, every time I come over here, it just stink like diesel. And now I've got this JDM gas cap, you know, with the TEQ from Japan, you know, it's...
God, man, when you're a car nerd, it's just like
It's the little things. It's the little things.
little things like
I'm
this.
telling you.
It's like, this is like getting this. It's like getting a new watch.
It
Or
is.
like-
Yeah.
And it has Japanese. You're like, I don't know what. Well, I guess it means diesel, but
It has to, or maybe what kind of diesel? What?
Yeah.
Is diesel really that complicated of a word in Japanese? You know, but it is.
yeah.
Japanese language is pretty serious.
That reminds me of being on the farm.
It does, doesn't it?
Shout out to my brother-in-law who has a vegetable farm. And
That's awesome.
And his Kubota tractor.
It'll click too. My other one didn't click.
Oh yeah, so you know it's closed.
Yep.
Yeah, nice.
And then insuring the cars as well is an issue because your VIN number is short.
Yeah.
You know, I have a short VIN number. My VIN number is 2 numbers short. The older the car gets in Japan, actually the shorter, a lot of the time, the shorter the VIN number will be.
Huh.
So finding insurance, they'll be like, well, what's the VIN number? Well, you're 4 numbers short. I can't insure this car.
Yeah, I saw on your Instagram some trails too.
Yes.
Like,
yeah. And I have some YouTube videos too. I mean, I push it to the limit for sure with
Nice.
this thing.
Where do people see that?
You can check
the
my
YouTube?
YouTube out at Marlowe Adventures. I post every now and again. I'm not too active on there. And then on my Instagram, Nicholas_Marlowe, you can check out some photos and stuff.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, man.
I think we're ready to go for a drive.
You want to go for a drive?
Yeah, let's do it.
You're gonna
man.
drive it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
People hang. If you see a lot of JDM cars, people have these hanging by their exhaust, like a little heart shape or a little. That's what these are. If you ever see them, not like the stuffed animal crap or the. They'll have these little old train handles hanging from their.
Well, it's like people do testicles on their
On their trucks. Yeah.
in the U.S. Like, which is like that's perfect. Like
Exactly.
In Japan, it's a
train handle.
perfectly clean train handle.
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
U.S., it's balls. Like
And then it takes about 30 seconds or so.
different steering wheel, right?
Then the second gen for America,
Then-
it's
yeah,
bigger.
right.
It's a bigger steering wheel.
Yeah.
It feels like a bus wheel.
Yeah.
About
Send me
a
my
credit card.
cent. Yeah, I think it's thank you. You got the Motor Trend floor mats.
Yep. Mortar Trend floor mats, trying to keep my Hilux mats mint.
Ooh.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep.
There's your glow plug
Yep.
light. All right. Let's.
Starts right up.
Starts right up.
Starts right up.
Man,
Sunroof, you know. It's a pretty big sunroof for the 90s too, not for nothing.
it is big.
you know, they're executives in Japan, so this is like your card holder. You don't have this in the US, right? You know,
Yeah.
Ashtrays. I use mine as a little trash can, but there's ashtrays everywhere.
It's beeping like for you. Like,
yes, it's for you. It's for you to let you know you're in reverse.
That you're
yes.
reversing.
When I first got this car, I drove it out here from Georgia.
Yeah.
And anytime I'd get over 70, because my idler arm was, and my components were so messed up, like he said, you know, I'm selling you this car as is. 70, the wheel was like, I mean, it was dangerous. It was, so I got most of that taken care of. So it drives pretty damn good. Another cool thing is the flare down here. Oh. Yeah, road flare. Japanese road flare.
So you were right about, you were exactly right about that fender mirror showing the yellow line.
Yes.
Because like normally I can keep a car in a lane, you know, but like
it's tough when you're right-hand drive.
Yeah.
And your steering's a little loose too, so.
Yeah. I will say, I don't see anything, I mean, when you put yourself in the mindset of 90s Toyota truck, steering's fine.
It's perfect.
It's like, it's
right. It's exactly what you would expect, about an inch or two of play.
Yeah, there's a little play. It's exactly what I was expecting.
Right.
Basically, like, I feel like as long as I stay on this line, I know.
You're always good there, yes.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to check, you know, it's easier for your eyes to go down here than it is to go.
Yeah, totally.
In my opinion,
I haven't looked at it once since I was just
right.
So you drive a right-hand drive car every day? Like,
every day. I feel safer. My passengers hate it, and and everyone's looking. You know, it's.
Why do you feel safer?
Well, I'm on the right side. Think about head-on collision. Most of them happen with the front half of your left, the whole left of your car. Your right side of your car is really never involved, unless you're fully.
Interesting.
You know what I mean? So. I feel like I'm a little safer from the impact. That's in my head. I might not even.
Hey, I'll buy it.
I'm buying. That's, you know.
Yeah.
It feels safer for a solo driver to be closer to the right side of the road than to the left, where the other driver is going to be.
Yeah.
I feel like I can correct better. I feel like I can avoid bikers better. You know,
that's interesting.
It all around, and then your blinker's on the other side.
Classic. Oh no, I did it.
Yep.
It's been a minute since I've rented that car. I'm gonna write that time.
There you go.
Nailed it.
Yeah,
that's
man.
fun, man. Thank you for.
Yeah, of course, anytime. She's a fun little ride, you know.
Yeah, it is fun. And it's just like, I mean, whatever you're looking for in your enthusiast car, like a unique driving experience
is number one.
Getting in on the other side is
the other side, the blinker, you know, you're in a Toyota diesel, which is rare. It's very, very unique, and I'm
it just stimulates your brain.
It does, and you think about it every time. It's like, I'm on my way to work. Well, at least I get to hop in this thing, you know.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It makes every drive a little, and I like personally, like I generally love the attention.
Yeah, I don't
like.
Sometimes it's negative, but
negative. You get negative.
Sometimes the guy will be like, you know, what are you doing? What's up, mailman? I hate that. I can't stand it. But that's the not like hey, screw off. Never that. The mailman comments.
Mailman
from old people.
Yeah, you know, it's funny you say that because I told you I was just looking at a Surf. Someone hit me up about a Surf down the road in New Mexico, and it was a mail truck. It was an old mail truck. Years.
So you might miss out on some. Some people convert them too. Like they'll put a right-hand drive dash in their Toyota, and it's like just get the JDM one. You know, you're gonna miss out on all those fun little things you won't get. Cool, man. You want to pop the hood? You want to take a look under there?
We'll shoot some B-roll.
Sure.
But if we ended here, thanks for coming out,
dude. Man. Mike, of course. Yeah, let's get some B-roll, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I had more cooler cars. You know, it's.
Don't we all?
Yeah, right.
There's a gun.